I never trained to win a training. I just trained to improve. That was my goal, my mainly goal when I was training. Just training for improvement. That's it. If they always ask me, "Oh, Rodolfo, d- uh, did you usually tap in training?" And I said, "Every day." My answer is always every day. Every day I used to tap. Every day someone like score on me. Like
Welcome to the E7 podcast. My name is Yas Hamza. I'm going to be your host today. Today we have a very special guest coming. He's a BJJ legend, one of the all-time greats, multiple times world champion IBJJF, multiple times world champion Abu Dhabi World Pro, ADCC champion, and current UFC fighter Rodolfo Vieira. Welcome to our podcast, Rodolfo.
thank you, yes. Thank you for having me here.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
Really.
I know you're very nervous to speak in English.
I'm so nervous. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do all this time speaking English.
Well, we always know, like you always talk, you're very honest about how nervous you're before your fights. What is more nervous for you, this or your fight?
I think doing
Speaking in
this
English.
podcast in English with you.
But it's an honor to have you here. So I'm sure your English is more than fine. And so, Rodolfo, now we're going to start from recently. So you're obviously a jiu-jitsu legend and you moved to a new challenge in mixed martial arts and UFC. And what was surprising is you won your last fight using your boxing skills, your newly developed boxing skills. Like, can you talk about that fight? Like, because I've never thought we were going to sit and talking about Rodolfo Vieira's boxing. You know?
Yeah, boxing is one of the martial arts that I have been training like maybe for 4 years straight since I started to train with new coach that moved to Orlando. His name is
Okay.
Mano. He's from karate.
Okay.
And but before him, I wasn't training with anyone. I was training by myself for
Okay.
maybe 4 years.
Really? So you were training?
Yeah, I didn't have a striking coach.
Okay.
I was training by myself.
Like you
That's
didn't
why
train in a gym MMA? Like how was
I
your
was training in a gym in Orlando,
Okay.
but I didn't
Like it was mainly sparring, maybe more
I
sparring
didn't
than
use with any of the coach
Okay.
that was there.
So you're not
striking
getting any
coach.
attention from the coaches, you're
No,
saying?
I
have it.
had attention, but I didn't get used to
Okay, so
them.
okay. So
So I spent, like I said, maybe 4 years training by myself, and I think it was very bad for my career, for my development. But Mano moved to Orlando, and I started training with him, and I felt like a huge difference in my game. He started to teach me like how to move forward, move back, move to the side, work like the timing of the punches. That
Uh,
thing that they call in karate like the eye. So I went bit by bit. I started to get more comfortable, more confidence, and since then,
yeah, you looked
I'm doing striking, and I feel more confidence.
yeah, you looked in your last fight, like for the first time we can see you in the cage, like I feel like you were comfortable. Like all the other fights previously, is like you want to try to finish the fight, you want to get out of there. Like this fight, you're like, relax. If this doesn't work, like you try to takedown doesn't work. Okay, I'm gonna let go of the double leg. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna use my striking. There was like you start like just to get more used to fighting MMA now, like more like a complete mixed martial artist than just a jiu-jitsu guy doing MMA. So like
Actually, since my first loss in UFC, all my fights before that one, I was very nervous, very anxious, and I all that I wanted is to leave the cage as soon as possible.
yeah,
So after that loss, I had to change my mind because if I
continue.
continue like the way that I was, I had to stop.
Okay.
I couldn't do anymore. So I had to change and accept that that challenge
So that,
to improve more the striking. That was one thing that it was one of my weakness. I think my biggest weakness. And since then, I start to training more and get more confidence. And now I'm feeling much better. I'm feeling like a real MMA fighter.
and like, do you think like because you said until your first loss, so do you think being undefeated has a pressure to it because you have like you were like I think 7-0
No,
or nothing to do, just like you had to like readjust, recalculate everything and start to train more.
no. I don't think so. Actually, I have that pressure since I decided to do MMA because of my
Your name
jiu-jitsu
in jiu-jitsu,
career.
yeah.
Everyone used to put that pressure on me, on my back. So it's one thing that I uh never care, and I didn't let
Okay.
this kind of thing like make me feel like with all this pressure
Yeah.
and do and fight bad.
I
No,
think you've been dealing pressure since you were in jiu-jitsu. You know, you're always a
yeah,
big name. People are always looking at you, Rodolfo Vieira. You know, in your time, you were like the biggest name, especially in the heavyweight division in jiu-jitsu.
yeah.
So
It's hard when a guy like me that got like big titles in jiu-jitsu when we moved to MMA
they treat you like the
they
same.
think we have to be the same. It's
Yeah.
not like that. It's a new sport. You have to know like new things. So it's all everything is new. Even jiu-jitsu, I have to adapt. I have to do different the way that I used to do in jiu-jitsu,
Back
like
then, yeah.
in
Then
a
anime,
regular jiu-jitsu.
yeah. Uh, Maybe
So, but like I said, I didn't care about that pressure. My
okay.
goal it was always improve and get better and become like the best MMA fighter that I could be. And that's still this is still my goal.
Okay. And you did your last camp with Fighting Nerds. How much of effect? How much do you feel that helped you for your last fight?
I think it was the best decision that I have made in my life. Um, the fighting nerds gym are great. All the athletes, all the coaches, everyone there is are very special people, and I felt like very good. Like since the first day, I already got used to
What
the training, to environment. They had like a great energy, so I felt very well there.
What did you feel you got there that you didn't get in your previous gyms, on the gyms before that you were training at? What was the main thing you feel like at Fighting Nerds that they have, but the other gyms didn't have?
I think there they are much more professional. They have like a lot of codes,
I know they have
like
like a
give you
data
attention.
analysis, like they have guys for data analysis, like analytics, you know,
Yeah,
like
they
and
have
thing.
this guy, this another nerd. uh, and one thing that I notes there is that the attention that you have all the time. You have a coach to help you, like jiu-jitsu coach, uh, striking coach, uh,
MMA coach.
MMA coach, and all the time you do. If you want to train like 3 times a day, you have like guys to help you out.
Okay. So it's very good that you're there. So now you plan to continue training at Fighting Nerds for your fight camps in the future?
Yeah,
Oh,
for my when I schedule
nice.
my next fight, I'm going there for sure.
Okay. Rodolfo, you have the record for the most arm triangle finishes in UFC history. You know that, yeah? You're the only guy that did the arm triangle, the katagatami, 4 times in
4 times, yeah.
the UFC. And you've been doing it since before, like in jiu-jitsu, like in especially in the Nogi. I remember in the ADCC you used it, and the ADCC 2015, the one you won. What is your story with the katagatame or arm
Yeah,
triangle?
actually, with gi, I used to do the Ezekiel.
Ezekiel Moore,
That is
yeah.
very similar. But when I started doing no gi since 2015, that I was preparing myself to fight the ADCC in São Paulo, I started focusing more in no gi.
Yeah.
And right after, I got the invitation to fight MMA. So I decided to leave to stop with jiu-jitsu, grappling mats, and focus on only MMA. So I started doing more grappling, no gi, and I was and I developed very well that choke.
Yeah.
I think it's because of my game. I like to pass with pressure, like very connected to this
Chest to
guy,
chest.
chest to chest, and always looking for the head, the torso, and my kind of pass. I like to bring the arm up. I like to stretch the guy.
It
And
naturally fits in your game. It fits
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah. I
naturally
think
into your
fits
game.
very well
Yeah,
for my
yeah.
game. Actually, it's a very simple choke. And like I told you in the morning when we
Yeah.
are at the gym, my jujitsu, my style, my jujitsu style is for is for
Mm.
almost everyone.
Very
It's very
simple.
simple.
Yeah. That's true, you know, like that's why I think you had a good success in gi, no gi MMA, because like if you have a simple style, it usually works for different styles, you know, like some people who have very complicated games in jiu-jitsu, especially guys who play with the lapel. You can only use this for jiu-jitsu. When you come to grappling matches, you can't use, like when you come to MMA, it's very difficult to use.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They always like go to the hardest path.
Yes, hardest path, yes.
Yeah, because if you spend your time like doing a lot of things at the same time in 1 year, you end up not getting good in anything.
Okay.
So I think you have to spend time doing like choose maybe imagine you if you are very good
Yeah.
in maybe 3-4 passes. I think it's good, right?
Yeah.
3-4 sweeps,
Yes.
3-4 finishes.
Like today we're talking like being around you these few days, you cannot miss how much Rodolfo Vieira admires Roger Gracie, who was the king of simplicity, like, and arguably the greatest of all time in jiu-jitsu. Like he was actually known for like having few moves, but he made them work on everyone.
Yeah, he used to make everyone like looks blue belt. Looks like a blue belt. He was really great. I used to love to watch him. I learned a lot watching all his fights. I think I watched all his fights.
Roger Gracie, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
He was like your jiu-jitsu
It
idol.
wasn't like a beautiful for me, it was beautiful.
Yeah.
Like
It's not for
the
the
way
people who
that
like
he
fancy stuff.
made for me was beautiful.
Yeah.
So, but for a lot of people, they don't like this kind of jiu-jitsu. They like more like with
More-
speed, Toriano pass, like fancy techniques. But I also like,
Yeah.
but I think I'm more fan of the simple
Roger,
jiu-jitsu.
okay.
Yeah.
And Rodolfo, like obviously you had, I think you always had a good style that would translate well to MMA. Like your jiu-jitsu was always going to work for MMA. But what is the adaptations you feel like you had to do, like jiu-jitsu for ADCC or IBJJF, then jiu-jitsu for MMA? Like what are things like you did not expect? Was there anything new to you, like when coming to MMA? Like some things that you needed to develop from like MMA jiu-jitsu, you know?
Yeah, I think I had to develop like everything because we no gi and no gi it's two different sports already.
Yeah.
MMA
Another thing,
it's
yeah.
changed everything. So one thing that is that I felt a huge difference, even being like a good guard passer, is in jiu-jitsu or grappling when you take someone down and someone pull guard, they pull guard to try to sweep you or finish you.
Even if you take them down, they accept the
Even yeah, You're right. When you take someone down, they accept. They are playing guard to sweep you or finish you.
Yeah.
There's only two things that they can do. They're not trying to
Stand up.
stand up. They're not punching your face, like throwing elbow, and that's one thing that I had to adapt. And I'm still learning. I'm still uh, improving this part of my game because it's very hard, very hard. Everyone, no one accept to play guard. Like if I take anyone down, they know that I'm very dangerous on the ground, and they gonna do everything to stand up.
Because in MMA, there's no 2 points for a takedown after 3 seconds. You know, like in jiu-jitsu, like takedown after 3 seconds is 2 points. But in MMA, the guy's trying to stand up for 5 minutes for during the entire round.
Yeah.
Like there's no like, okay, he already got the points for the takedown. I'm going to try and play here. No, you're like,
Yeah.
he has to. There's more urgency to stand up.
Yeah. And when you try to take someone down, the guy defend, and you try again, the defend, you shoot another double leg, another single leg, and the guy defend. It's a bad thing for you that is shooting. I don't understand why. I'm attacking and he's defending. Same thing if you start to punch me. You throw one jab and I defend.
Yeah.
You throw one right hand, I defend. You cross, you throw a hook and I defend. You do a body shot, I defend. You attack me.
Understood.
And I think they see the fight. Oh, the guy is shooting, but they cannot understand he's losing. Yeah.
So Adolfo, now let's talk a little bit about jiu-jitsu. Let's take it back to your first love, the jiu-jitsu. Is it still your first love, or now MMA is your first? But yeah, so jiu-jitsu you started, Rodolfo. Where exactly did you say you started training? And how old? Where?
In my neighborhood, my old neighborhood.
Okay.
Campo Grande, big field.
Yeah.
When I was 13 years old.
Yeah. And when did you start training at GF team? Was it immediately GF team, or did you train like so?
No, I started training in 2003. 2003.
Okay, yeah.
And I trained with my first coach. His name is Arlan Maya for maybe 2 years, and he stopped to teach, and I kept training with his student.
Okay.
And I continued to train with him maybe for more 2 years, I think. And when I was purple belt, I moved to GF team.
How was it there when you moved to GF team, training under Julio Cesar?
It was great. I already knew it, Julio.
Okay.
Not very well.
Okay.
But everyone used to say only good things about him, and I knew it that I was making like a good choice. And there was like very good fighters there, like very good purple belts, brown belts, black belts.
So you didn't have that in Campo Grande, like that level of training. Okay.
No. The gym that I started training, only me and maybe more 2 guys were competing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think, like, if that gym in Campo Grande was not open, maybe we don't have a Rodolfo Vieira today. And from that time until you retired, Rodolfo, you were always representing GF team until you retired from Jiu-Jitsu. Did you get like any offers from other team? Were you some people like trying to pull you, like, come join our team? Like, you don't need to mention exactly if you don't want to.
No.
Okay.
I think it wasn't normal.
It wasn't.
But now I think it's
more,
like
it's happening more.
It's happening with more often.
Okay.
But 10 years ago, it wasn't.
It wasn't
normal.
Was going to be a Creonte, eh?
Yeah. Maybe for a very good money, I would accept. I'm just kidding. I knew since the beginning that it's not the gym that is going to make you a champ. maybe it's gonna make you like a good fighter, a better fighter, but to be a champion, I don't think
Yeah.
you're gonna be if you change it. You see like a lot of good guys changing their
Teams.
teams,
But same
and
result, yes.
they still getting the same result.
I think some people don't want to accept responsibility and they always want to find like an
Yeah,
excuse,
yeah,
because, oh, I didn't do well because I don't have enough training partners or my coach is not good enough. But
they're
I,
always trying to find excuse.
yeah.
Yeah,
And you're talking today, like we were talking today, even today, it's more easy to get instructionals, like, even now courses online, everything, like everybody has access to high level jiu-jitsu, even in their own home, you can study, it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
before was not like that. Yeah.
It was hard. It
It
was
was,
hard. In my time, when I was blue belt, purple belt, it was very hard to have access to good good DVDs, good videos
yeah.
like we have today.
Do you support like people studying the DVDs today? Like, some people before, like I remember some of coaches, if we learn from videos, it's like, what, you're going to learn from YouTube? Like, professor is YouTube or a DVD now?
No, of course, you can learn,
Yeah.
and you were you were a big proof of that. Look your level as a athlete, as a professor, just by watching DVDs, and I think you can learn a lot. Of course, you need a professor with you every day, but
For
it's
sure. I think
it's
because like today, if you want to be special, like, and there's all this material online and you're not studying, like you're missing out on so much things, like, you understand what I'm trying to say? Like, vai faltar muito, tipo, se você não estudar, porque tem tanto material online agora.
yeah, yeah. You
Uh,
just need to find one and study, because we have like many options
yeah,
on the market. It's
yeah.
it's very
It's
hard to
hard.
choose.
Like Netflix, we were saying.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You spend the whole day just trying to find the film, and like you finish
Yeah.
your dinner and you said,
You spend
yeah.
1 hour watching
Net-
Netflix, real Netflix, no movies, no series. But even like for any athletes, it's good to watch DVDs, to watch like fights. I always did that, and I know how important it is. Even when you become a professor,
Yes.
you have to keep watching
Yes. You have to keep
to
studying.
learn it and drilling, to learn how to do that new technique. You cannot think that you know enough. No, you have to be improving every day as a athlete and as a
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu professor as well. That's my thing.
Nice. And Rodolfo, so like you're one of the greatest athlete of all time in jiu-jitsu, even Chat GPT told me that, but no, hands down, people of our generation know you very well. But Rodolfo, let's see, what do you think made Rodolfo Vieira like the legend he is in jiu-jitsu? Like, obviously you're training in GF team, like it's a very good gym, Master Julio Cesar Pereira. There are a lot of good athletes, but you cannot find a lot of Rodolfo Vieiras on the street. So what do you think that you are doing extra that other athletes maybe weren't doing? What do you think made you more special than some of the other athletes that were training with you? Or was it talent? Was it you were training more than them? Was it what was
I,
it?
I think was both.
Okay.
Like I really think I was born for jiu-jitsu. I have like a talent, but already training a lot. I
Okay.
work it so hard. Everyone's that know me, like since the beginning, they know how hard I used to work. I'm still working. I have been competing since 15 years old, jiu-jitsu, and I stopped when I was 25 years old. I think was my mind. I never thought that I would become like uh one of the best athletes in the world. I never thought that. It wasn't my goal. Actually, at the first time that I started training, my goal was lose weight. I didn't want to become like a
Chubby.
fighter.
Yeah.
I just wanted to lose weight. That was my mainly goal. and then when I reach this goal,
Reached, yes. Yeah.
when I reach my mainly goal, uh, and after 1 year, maybe 1 year and a half, my coach put me to fight a tournament, and I didn't want to
Okay.
because I never like to
But
compete
okay.
anything, even soccer. I didn't like the feeling,
The adrenaline.
but fighting jiu-jitsu was something very special.
Okay.
And I really loved the feeling, the fear that I felt before the tournament, and and then I changed my mind and I said to myself, no, now I'm gonna be more professional. I will start to train every day, because if I want to compete more, I need to be more prepared. And since then, I start to work every day so hard, and of course, I had uh, luck as
Yeah.
well, because a lot of guys, they training like so hard, they do everything
Right.
right, they more than me, and they don't
They don't.
they cannot
They can't succeed.
get like
Your
in
level
a
of
place
success.
like
Yeah.
like I got.
Yeah.
So I know that I had luck as well.
Rodolfo, like something I've seen you also train here, and I've seen this also in a documentary, GF Team documentary about you. It was an old documentary. I think the Nelson Pimenta was also talking about you, that you always put yourself in bad positions. Like you're not afraid to try new things in training. You're not just always to try and do your A game in training, like your best game, always passing. Like how important is that to be humble, to put yourself always in bad positions, just to, because I think, jiu-jitsu or martial arts in general, there is a lot of ego. People come with a lot of ego because it's a fight. So not everyone is accepting like to be put in bad positions, or they stop training when they're tired because he don't want to get tapped, by another guy. So how important do you think having this mentality helped you?
I think uh, I'm very lucky that I was born like that.
Okay.
Of course, everyone has ego,
Yeah.
but my ego is like very controlled, very controlled. And when I start doing jujitsu, I never care about like finish. If someone finish me or someone sweep me, or since the beginning, since I start. And everyone used to beat me a lot in
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu, smash me and finish me with everything. Even when I was yellow belt, when I was training with like purple belts, brown belts, they used to finish me with like foot locks that I wasn't allowed for me. But like I said, I didn't care. I just want to train and improve, and I kept the same mindset when I started being more professional. Like as a blue belt, purple belt, I always training. I was training. I never trained to win at training. I just training to improve. That was my goal, my mainly goal when I was training. Just training for improvement. That's it. If they always ask me, "Oh, Rodolfo, do, uh, do you usually tap in training?" And I said, "Every day." My answer is always every day. Every day I used to tap. Every day someone like score on me. Like, of course, if I train like
Competition.
to win, if I train to win, it would be hard. I know that,
Mm.
but I wasn't training for that. In tournament, I didn't want to tap. I didn't want anyone like
Get anything on you.
get one advantage. No, every world championship, my goal is I have to win, finish everyone, and no one no one can score one point on me. But in
Training is
training, I
training.
was
Yeah. And Rodolfo, when did you start believing that you can be a world champion? Like you start to have the idea that I can be like the best guy in my division.
It's hard to say because when I was 17 years old, I was blue belt at the time, and I fought and I won the Brazilian national.
Yeah.
I my division and open class, I did 10 fights. I finished 9. I had like a great performance in this tournament, and after that, I started to think
To
that I
believe.
could be a
World.
good a very good fighter.
So after you won the Brazilian nationals at blue belt, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but even like that, even after that, I start to training more and more and more. And next year, that was 2007, 2008. I won the Brazilian national as again, open class in my division, doing 9 fights, finishing 8 fights. And there was only one guy that scored 2 points on me. And two days after, Julio promote me as a brown belt. And less than 1 month after, I was fighting the world championship, and I got the open class as a brown belt, and I couldn't believe because
This was the IBJJF.
IBJJF,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
Because my goal was, okay, I already the best of my state.
Yeah.
I won
Everything.
my division and open class, Brazilian national. No, I'm great. I'm the best of I'm the best jiu-jitsu fighter in Brazil. And I was very happy. And now my goal is to become the best
Internationally, world.
the best purple belt in the world.
Okay.
But Julio believed more in me than myself, and he promoted me, and I went there and I won.
That's why.
So after that, I started. No, I think I have more chance than I thought to be a
Yeah.
world black belt world champion. Because before I used to think, no, I can be, but it's very hard to fight. How am I gonna beat like Roger Gracie, Xande Ribeiro, André Galvão, Braulio Stima, who else?
It's like it sounded unreal, like surreal, like sounding in your head.
Yeah, Bahal, Romulo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
In my mind, I said, no, I think I'm gonna need at least 5 years after I get my black belt to be able to fight with this guy and win. But when I fought the World Pro
yeah.
trials as a brown belt, and I beat like
Yeah. That's yeah.
3 good black belts, and I got the chance to fight in Abu Dhabi, and I beat 3 very good black belts, like 2 world champion, which was Lovato and Braulio
Probably in the final, yeah.
at the same day. And I said, no, I think I will not need like 5 years to
Become black belt.
beat the guys that I used to look up to.
So this was the tournament that made everybody, like the international media, look at Rodolfo Vieira very seriously.
Yeah.
This was for the guys that don't know, like Abu Dhabi World Pro back then was like the World Championship was brown and black belts together. So Rodolfo, as a brown belt, was competing against the best black belts in the world. Like the final was against Braulio Stemia, and then the nickname was born, the Black Belt Hunter.
Yeah.
Do you like that nickname?
No, I don't like this nickname. Yeah.
But it stuck to you for until today.
Yeah, but when you don't like,
it sticks to you.
Yeah. So yeah, but when I look back, I still don't believe that I beat all these guys like as a brown belt. Being a brown belt, beating like 3 black belt world champions.
Yeah. And Rodolfo, you competed like you won everything there is to win in the gi, everything and like 5-time world champion IBJJF. You won the Pan, you won the European, you won Brazilian nationals, but you didn't compete in any IBJJF no gi Open, but you went straight to ADCC. Yeah, like did you compete in any IBJJF Open? No
No,
gi. You went to your first
no gi,
competition.
no.
You just went straight to ADCC.
Yeah, I never training so much no gi.
Yeah, but
I always loved
yeah,
training no gi,
yeah.
but I never fought the same. I actually I just fought no gi as a blue belt.
Okay,
Maybe 3 times.
okay.
3 times
And
when I
then
was
straight
blue
to
belt.
ADCC.
Yeah, as a brown belt in 2009, I fought the ADCC trials,
Yes.
but I lost in the quarterfinals
Quarterfinal.
against
Galvão.
against for
Andre
to
Galvão.
Andre. Yeah.
Yeah. So what made you decide to compete at ADCC immediately? Like not trying, for example, IBJJF Nogi Worlds.
What?
Like what made you decide? Like make the decision? Like you didn't even try to fight IBJJF,
Yeah.
IBJJF Nogi Worlds. You went straight to ADCC.
Yeah, because why am I gonna fight the Nogi World Championship? I always
Big.
thought that I didn't need to fight.
Okay.
I could go straight to the ADCC because I knew my level was good, and I don't think to test myself in
the Nogi Worlds.
Did
you think that also the ADCC rule set is maybe good for you because you also have like good takedowns, in the jiu-jitsu community? Like you're known for having good takedowns in jiu-jitsu. Did you think that helped you for ADCC?
No, I always had a good judo game because I used to training as a lot of judo. I spent like a good time training judo.
Okay, was this in GF team or yeah?
No, it was another gym in Campo Grande, very close to the gym that I did my second training, and I spent a good time training judo. That's why I improved it so much.
Okay.
I think in jiu-jitsu, I tell that everyone that come to me and ask me about that. They ask me, "Oh, Rodolfo, what do you think I need to do to improve my takedown game?" And I said, "You have to go in a judo gym and start to training. That's the only way to improve, to learn, be a white belt again, maybe a blue belt, I don't know, and start to training." Like, how do you become good in jiu-jitsu? Training boxing, swimming? No, train jiu-jitsu.
For sure.
That's what I did. But no-gi is different. Judo helps you, but for no-gi, wrestling is much better. For no-gi, wrestling is much better. But for gi, judo, I tell everyone, if you want to compete jiu-jitsu, do judo. With gi, judo. It's gonna help you like more than you think.
And Rodolfo, so you had a very, very famous, like one of the biggest rivalries in jiu-jitsu with Marcus.
Famous what?
Rivalries.
Okay.
With Marcus Buchecha. But that rivalry was
But it was healthy.
Yeah, it was like you pushed each other. Like
yeah, for sure.
And but the funny thing about that, like I've never seen such a big rivalry in sports, especially in martial arts where there's big egos, was only on the mat. Outside of the mat, till this day, I believe you are still good friends.
Yeah.
Like, and you tell me, like, even when you were competing against each other, you still were training together. Like, how is it that you like have this rivalry with someone and you're still training with him and still friends with this guy?
Yeah, it was, for a lot of people, this is very hard. But for me, for him, it was very easy. I don't know why. I think because of our personality,
Okay.
and also to know that after the our jiu-jitsu career, everything is done.
Mm,
And what matter is the relationship that you have with your opponents, or I don't know, with
But
any athlete.
for you guys, like you don't think like, oh, like for you guys, like you want to win the world
Yeah.
championship to prove that you're the best, so you can like make seminars, open a gym one day, or get maybe at that time there was no cash prize in jiu-jitsu, but like you didn't think like if he beat me, like he could take like some of my
No.
success, like
No.
you didn't care about this.
I never thought anything, not even close about that.
Eh,
But he was my biggest like opponent. I can say rival. No, my
okay,
biggest opponent. Because of
okay,
him, I got to the level that I got.
yeah,
I think if it wasn't him, I wouldn't reach
the
the
level you are.
level that I
Speaking
got.
of,
I was always I was always every year I was getting better,
yeah,
getting better,
yeah,
getting better, and improving. Of course, it was because of him,
prove more.
but I wasn't training knowing that I was gonna do the final against him,
Yeah,
because I had, I think, 4 to 5 fights before him.
yeah.
And you cannot prepare yourself to a world championship thinking in about
One guy.
one guy. No, I had like very tough opponents before him, so no doubts. He made me be like a very good jiu-jitsu fighter,
Yeah.
and he one of the best friends that jiu-jitsu gave to me.
Mm.
And nowadays, but we have a great relationship. Every time that I call him, like we spend a lot of time talking, and he's a very nice guy. I love that guy, and I'm always cheering for him
Yeah.
for his success. And anytime that I need him, Buchecha, can I stay on at your home?
Mm.
He said, come here, and you can spend like 1 week, 1 month. So that's what I matter. And
Right.
if you if you if you have if you have a relationship with your biggest opponent like I have, you have to feel like very blessed and very lucky.
So speaking about Buchecha, now he's also recently joined the UFC. So do you think you guys might set up some training together, give each other some advice? You've been in the UFC longer, so do you think you guys might meet up sometime for some training or
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
have you
Now
guys
it's
talked
hard
about it?
because he's very heavy.
Okay.
He's huge. I think he's
He's
160,
yeah,
160 kilos.
yeah.
It's too much weight for my lower back. I always when I'm training with him, I said, no, you have to play guard. If you sweep me, go back to go back
To
go
go.
back and play guard again. But we are training. We already training like many times together. But now we don't see each other
Yeah.
so often.
Okay.
Even living in Florida, same state, but we don't see each other
Okay.
very often.
Rodolfo, what advice do you have for other jiu-jitsu athletes that want to do MMA in the future? Like, is there something like a certain skill they need to focus on more, like takedowns or train more nogi, or what advice do you give? Someone who's doing jiu-jitsu who's thinking about doing MMA in the future.
Uh,
Entendeu?
the first advice is training nogi. Start training nogi, wrestling, uh, training more takedowns from striking.
Yeah.
It's good. Even if you don't know how to punch, don't shoot like from grappling stance.
Mm.
Shoot from here.
Yeah.
Even like if you don't have a good base, you don't know how to do a jab across, start from here. Throw any punch and try
Just
to shoot
pretend like
from
you know
there.
boxing.
Yeah, just pretend that you know box and
Yeah.
and and shoot single legs, double legs.
Yeah. So you feel you
Training like with a guy, like
uh,
take the guy down and ask him to.
try to stand up.
Oh, your goal is not sweep me.
Yeah.
Your goal is stand up. Go try to stand up.
Like you
That's
said,
one thing that I knew it before. I think that would be
I think this is the biggest surprise for jiu-jitsu guys when they go to MMA. Like I remember when I first started MMA, training MMA with professional fighters, this was the biggest surprise for me. I thought like everybody expects like the punch is going to hurt your face. But the thing that was surprising for me, I thought if I take him down, we're going to play jiu-jitsu.
no.
But it was not this the case.
They don't want to
Because
do jujitsu.
they want to stand back up. So you
Yeah.
try hard for this takedown. And
Maybe if you take a good jiu-jitsu fighter down, he will play guard.
yeah. But if you take a striker down, he's gonna
But if you take like a wrestler, striker down, he's gonna do everything that he
Yeah.
can to stand up.
stand up.
That's very hard. And training box as well.
Yeah. Rodolfo, so did you always think about doing MMA or why did you do MMA? Like, was it because you are a martial artist and you wanted a challenge as a martial artist, as a fighter? Uh, or was it because there was no money in jiu-jitsu? You wanted, like, you thought MMA might be better in that way?
Oh, I was always afraid kid. I never liked to fight. I was really afraid. I never like it. Even today, if I see like a street fighter, that make me feel like really
Nervous.
bad, a
Okay.
bad feeling.
Okay.
But I don't know why. I always had this desire to do MMA. I always loved to watch like Pride, the UFC, and but I started doing jiu-jitsu and I started doing very well in jiu-jitsu, very like doing getting good
Yeah.
results. And then I had to choose. I had to choose. I said to myself, Rodolfo, I know you still want to do MMA, but now you're doing very good in jiu-jitsu. So keep.
So MMA was always in your head, even when you were doing jiu-jitsu, like
Yeah, I always want to do MMA. Even with this fear inside me, I always like it. Not like it, but I always had this desire,
okay.
this will to
Test
put
yourself.
myself in that situation.
Yes.
And after I got my fifth world title, I decided
Okay.
to go. And I was 24 years old, and right after I had a surgery. No, actually, I had the surgery 2015. I fought the ADCC right after I had this surgery
Yeah.
and on my hip, and I started doing MMA. But before that, I n- I I never did one box sparring.
Yeah.
Like I never took one punch in my face, so that was very hard for me.
I understand.
Yeah.
And Rodolfo, so like when you retire, like so eventually every athlete needs to retire sometime. What do you see yourself doing when you retire? Like, do you plan on doing like a business? Do you plan on opening a school? What are your thoughts for retirement? Or you haven't think about what you're gonna do in the future yet?
No. I think that almost every day because it's getting close. I don't want to keep fighting for so long. I'm 35 years old. I'm gonna turn 36, and I like I said before, I have been competing since I was 15 years old. Like I
Okay.
never stop it.
Yeah.
So it's very tiring,
Okay.
and I think I have maybe 3, 4 more years doing MMA
And then
and,
what?
and then I'm gonna open my own school, my
Okay.
jiu-jitsu school.
Jiu-jitsu school.
Yeah, that's what I really love.
So you like you always have this feeling that you want
Yeah,
to
yeah,
open
yeah.
a jiu-jitsu
Yeah,
school.
yeah.
You don't have
Yeah.
any doubt like that.
Yeah, I always think, I always thought about that. No, I'm gonna be a jiu-jitsu competitor. After I'm gonna do MMA, and then I come back to jiu-jitsu, and that's what I love. That's what I wanna die doing jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
That's what make me feel like feel live.
So this is good news for your
Alive.
fans who want to develop your pressure passing style. To
Yeah, I want
they will
to
wait for you. Some
I
people
want to teach everything that I learned, that jiu-jitsu gave to me.
Yeah.
I want to teach everyone that.
I have no doubt it will be a success. You know, you're not just a fantastic athlete, you're a very good coach. We learned here so much from you in Bahrain here in the last 2-3 days. And we're gonna see you again in Bahrain. So
Thank you,
thank you.
Thank you so
It
much.
was very good having you here in Bahrain. What do you want to tell people about Bahrain? Do you have something you want to tell people about Bahrain? They're gonna make you eat a lot of food.
Not yet. But I will have good things to talk about Bahrain for everyone that asks me.
Okay.
And thank you. I hope you bring me back like next year.
To ride the camel again?
What?
To ride the camel again? Or to eat with the hands again?
I'm gonna use that gloves.
Thank you very much, Rodolfo. It was a pleasure having you here. Hope you all the success in your career as an athlete and afterwards. Any
Thanks so
last things
much,
you wanted to say to your fans? Because this is your first interview in English. So
Yeah.
there are a lot of gringos that wanted to hear Rodolfo Vieira talk about his career. So anything you want to say to your gringo fans?
I hope everyone that watched this interview can understand at least like 20% of.
You guys should understand the sacrifice Rodolfo's making because he's very nervous taking this interview. But thank you for accepting to do this. We need to we push you a little bit, but I'm glad.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being
Thank
here
you.
with you, bro.
Thank you very much.